Stupid Garbage Podcast.
Oh, I like that.
Can you take me out? Hey, Jess.
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm
It's
here
our
too.
new theme song.
Oh, I hate it.
Can you make me so? Well, joke's on you. It's by... I want to say Creed, but I think that's the other one. I just heard the news today.
I hate them both.
Seems my life on change.
Hold on, okay. You don't have to, really. It's okay.
Jessica, come on. Where is your journalistic integrity? Close my
Doth not
eyes.
exist.
This will
I don't have integrity of any kind.
tears of joy run down my face. Okay, can you take too much vitamin C? No, that's not it. Can you take... Maybe it's Nickelback? No, that's not
No,
it.
it's definitely
It is
not Nickelback.
Creed.
I know every song Nickelback has ever made. So,
Yeah, they're both Creed.
don't front. Okay. I'm not a big Creed guy.
With arms wide open under the sunlight. Anyway, what are you doing?
Peeling glue off my fingers? What are you doing?
Not that. Good Lord, let me... Fun.
You judge me and then you love it.
I want it.
No, you love it.
Gimme. All right, what you been up to today, kiddo? What you got for the pod?
Let's see.
Yeah.
I have a couple of things.
Let's hear
that
it.
are very brief, really.
Go off.
But... So you know the way people name ships and cars and stuff, they call them she?
Yeah.
It's super sexist and I hate it. And like guys, like whenever some dude, like I'm like, oh, your boat's nice or whatever, or like I'll say it specifically, I'll be like, oh, it's nice. And they go, yeah, she's a beauty. I'm like, ew.
Yeah.
Like I specifically called it for a reason,
Well,
and they like correct me to say, no, you call boats she, and I'm like, ew.
Right. Would it make it better if they're fucking their boat?
Exactly, like that's what it implies to me, where it's like you literally will only call this boat beautiful and like fast.
I don't think that has anything to do with it.
But like it's just
It's so buoyant.
yeah, like it's
Just like the perfect woman.
but that's what I'm saying, like no one uses like it's
Look how
they
much water it
specifically-
displaces.
When referring to a boat or a car, they're like, oh, it's so pretty.
Yeah,
like, it's such
sure.
a good looking car, and it's like it's very demeaning to women, I think.
I'm gonna fuck that Corvette.
Right? Like, call it a thing and don't, like, equate it to a
Like
woman that you
women.
possess.
Call it a thing like your wives. So
Yeah, like, it makes me feel
So
objectified in a
interesting.
really gross way, and it bothered me.
I learned today, I don't know how I never knew this, because I'm pretty sure, well, whatever. I have a cousin named Jimmy, who I've called Jimmy my whole life, and my mother, he's on my dad's side, so, but no, my mother must know. I don't know. I call it into question, but my mother told me today that his full name is Jimmy. I said,
Oh.
you mean James? And she went, no. Jimmy is his given name. And I said, that
Sad.
can't be possible. It's fascinating to me. And that can't be right. I mean, that can't be right.
No, people do that a lot. It just,
Come
I don't...
on, who would do that?
Like, why would you? I guess, like, there's no, like... I don't know. If my parents had named me Jess instead of Jessica, I'd be like, okay, cool, I hate the name Jessica, but, you know...
You don't have the option for formality?
Yeah, it is weird. Like, your name is just... Like, you're gonna feel like a 5-year-old forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be like instead of naming someone Robert, it's like naming them Bo. No, man, name them Robert if they want to go by Bo.
Bo's
They make
kinda
that
cute.
decision. I'm not saying it's a bad name. I'm saying
Yeah.
it's not a full name.
Yeah.
You're kind of penning them in. You're pigeonholing
Yeah, I guess.
them.
Yeah, not great.
Yeah. Did you know that carrier pigeons have been used, homing pigeons, since 3,000 years ago?
Yes.
You did.
I think you told me that.
Interesting.
Someone told me that recently.
Really?
Yeah. Was it my mother?
No,
Who was it?
it was not.
We had this conversation recently because I think we like watched a movie with a pigeon. No,
What the fuck are you talking about?
weren't you and I talking about this on a podcast episode? We were talking about the Birdman of Alcatraz?
Yeah. We were just talking about pigeons. We weren't talking about how long they've been used. Also,
I'm
I
pretty
don't
sure
think
that sparked a...
he didn't have anything to do with pigeons. He raised, if memory serves, canaries and studied some sort of pulmonary or cardiac disease. I don't remember. Some weird mutation, something like that. I don't think kept any pigeons at all.
Okay, well, then I do not know what sparked this conversation, but I have had it recently. Yeah.
Some pigeons can fly upwards of 100 miles an hour.
That seems excessive. That's crazy. I actually saw this video of a woman that was, like, paragliding or something, or whatever the fuck, where you're, like, sitting in a thing with... It looks like an airplane. Like, you're just sitting in a airplane-looking thing, but you're not... There's no motor. Like, you're just gliding through the air.
Hang gliding, maybe?
Maybe. But she literally was doing that through a flock of birds.
Sure.
And she, like... I don't know if she was, like, a scientist or a zoologist or something, but she touched the birds, and I was like, that seems like a bad idea to, like, touch a bird mid-flight. Like, that was, like, hundreds of feet up in the air.
Interesting.
But
I had a friend... Go ahead.
Yeah, but she touched it, and, like, I guess she was moving at the same speed of it, so it didn't look like she was touching it at all, where, like, they you know, she was just, like, touching its wings and its tail, and, like, the birds, it looked so easy. Like, it almost looked like the birds were, like, absolutely still in the air. It was really cool.
I have a few bird stories. None of them are really stories, but fun little personal bird facts. Fact number 1, I had a friend, actually an RA, who I became friends with in college, who every time we would pass a duck, she would touch it on the back.
How did she get close enough to do that?
She just did it fast and with confidence. You just go boop, and you just bend down, you just pet it on the back, and it doesn't react fast enough. So, because they were sitting down, you know, they weren't walking. So
yeah, but even walking up to a duck, they see you. And
no.
Okay.
I saw her do it at least a half a dozen times.
That's
so
insane. I wish she would have said that to me any time in our relationship so I could start doing that.
I think I've told you this before. But anyway, point 2, I had friends who, whenever they would go into Boston, they would pick up pigeons, and they would have what they would call pigeon fights, but they would just open their arms at each other, and they would just let the pigeons fly towards the other person.
That's cute.
They wouldn't really throw them. They would just kind of guide
aim
their
them.
arms. Yeah, a little bit, and the pigeons would just fly at the other person.
That's cute.
The hope was that the pigeon would hit the other person in the head.
Sure.
But it never happened, because of course it wouldn't.
Why would it?
Yeah, they're 15 feet apart. It's not like they opened their arms
and
or
a pigeon
hands
can control where they fly.
Of
like,
course,
not,
they could just not fly out of their So it's not like they opened their hands into this person's face with a pigeon in it, but
not really.
Would have been quite funny. I did have no, not at all. But I mean, you're harassing pigeons on the street, but
yeah, but not like
it's not great. But I did have a friend who, a couple of times I went over to his house with another friend of mine, and friend number 1, whose house it was, would every single time, maybe not every single time, but a number of times we went over, he would pick up his cat and just hurl him at friend number 2. And friend number 2, I don't know how, never saw it coming.
Aww.
But bird story number 3, not even a story or a fact or anything. One of my best friends is
story number 2 is about a cat.
No, that was story number 3.
Oh, okay.
That was a side story.
Oh, Jesus, yeah, we got the petting of the ducks was number 1. I got it. I'm with you.
The petting of the ducks, the far less dangerous sister event to the running of the bulls.
In the Dancing with the Wolves.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I have his friend who did the running of the bulls. I don't know if he ran. I think he did, but I know he went to it.
That's abuse for sure.
It's something. So, story number 3, right, was not a story. Just to say one of my best friends is a magpie at the zoo.
That's true.
So, that's that.
That was such a cute way of saying that, and I know it's true, yeah. But
I'd say 2 of the animals at the zoo are some of my best friends.
The bull?
There's a bull. There's a zebu bull named Bucky, and there's a magpie whose name I do not know, but who we whistle at each other every time we see each other. And sometimes he or she, they are in their indoor enclosure, and I'll whistle as I come up to or walk past their enclosure, and they come out.
Yep.
They whistle back, and then they fly out.
It's crazy, like whistle.
They have to fly out of a building, basically, to come out.
A whistle isn't that distinctive. Like, I'm surprised they recognize your voice.
It's a pattern.
What?
It's a...
Yeah, but I think, like, that's one of the things...
It's not the sound of my voice.
But that's one of the things that he knows, so you only do it because you've heard him do it.
Yeah, but...
So I think
I must be the
other
only
people
one who does
must
it.
do that.
Maybe someone did it once. I don't know. I feel as though they definitely mock sounds, but I feel as though they could definitely come up with their distinct noises.
Sure.
Their own noises. And also, it might not be... That magpie might have stolen it from another bird.
True.
It might not be a human noise.
I guess, yeah. But sometimes I feel like you just whistle and it comes out even if you're not whistling that thing.
No. I mean, I always whistle that thing, so it's irrelevant.
Okay. Then I'm wrong.
Yeah. So those are my bird stories. What do you got for us? Avian-themed podcast.
I like the peacocks, but I don't think I have a specific bird friend.
All right. Kind of speciesist of you, but...
Yeah,
whatever.
well... Here we are. So sorry, what did you say to me right before this?
What?
Right before I mentioned if I had a bird friend? Did you just ask me what I had?
Yeah. I said, what do you have for this avian-themed podcast?
I collect peacock feathers by the hundreds,
That's
so
true, you do.
I'm pretty
Let me see if I have
bird-oriented. I have a bunch of flamingo feathers. I have a lot of feathers. Other than that, I'm trying to think of... I raised chicks for like a couple weeks.
How'd that go?
Terribly. My dad had to drown a bunch of chicks. It was really sad. And it, like, scarred him emotionally.
That was more of his own sexual awakening.
Stop it.
So there's
it's crazy, because my dad is such a, tormented soul, and, like, I think this really took a fucking toll on him, and I don't... Basically, like, what happened was my kindergarten class was gonna raise chickens, and we were each gonna, like, have the chicks for, like, a couple weeks, and then we would pass them to the next student, blah, 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 blah. So, like, lucky me, because I love animals, I was like, I want to get them fucking first. So, like, we got the eggs, and we incubated the eggs, and we got to keep the eggs until they hatched, and then we got a couple weeks with them or whatever. But apparently, like, this was the kindergarten teacher's first year doing this, so she didn't...
blame the teacher. She
My
gave you
mom
eggs.
Says.
Because your mom fucked it up.
Well, she should have given my parents more instructions on how to, like, raise animals. Come on. No.
How hard is it to incubate an egg?
Okay. So apparently a couple, or like
A chicken can do it with its
they,
ass.
They literally called the vet, and the vet told them they need to put down a bunch of chicks. Like, it wasn't like my parents were just like...
Because they had already fucked it up.
They did not fuck it up. Stop it.
Propaganda.
Some of them, so basically some of the chicks weren't, like, strong enough to break out of their shells, and my parents, like, called the vet, and they were like, hey, like, there are chickens that are, like, suffering, and a couple of them were, like, seizing and stuff. It wasn't good. And the vet was like, you straight up need to murder these chickens. And my dad was like, okay. So he, like, drowned them, and it just seems really just hardcore for a dad of a kindergarten and a, 4-year-old boy to do that. But anyway, so a kindergarten-aged girl and a 4-year-old boy, like, just this new father, just sad. Anyway,
it's not a new father. You were 6 years old.
Whatever, but he, father of young children, like, your life at that point is all just, like, rainbows and unicorns and, learning to read. It's not, it just...
Man was in his mid-30s.
You
can't say that he had not been exposed to the realities of death because...
Sure, but I'm saying, little. Like, I've never had to kill a thing, and I wouldn't be ready to kill a thing, like, to kill a bunch of things right now. Like, that
Luckier than most, you must be.
Anyway. So, I love death, so it's not...
Yeah. I have another bird story.
Okay.
When I was but a boy of maybe 9 or 10, one of my hobbies was chucking chestnuts over the fence of our backyard.
Weird.
It didn't go into another yard, it just went to a large wooded area. So I just throw them, and once I was just throwing them really high up in the air. Throwing them as you do to try and get as much distance as possible, and a bird flew in front of it and got smacked in the head and presumably died. That made me really upset. So
good.
I think it was a crow.
Jesus. Oh, it's worse. I'm sure you didn't kill it.
No, I think I did. It fell from the sky.
Maybe you startled it.
It was shot down. Oh. It's possible, but I think it hit it right in the head.
That's so sad.
I didn't see it get up, so I was pretty distraught.
That's so sad.
Yeah, it's pretty terrible.
You should have given me its body.
Well, this was 2004, so.
I was around.
No, you weren't. I was 200 miles away from you.
Yeah, but...
So, okay, well, so I have, I learned on Wikipedia, reading about the atmosphere.
You didn't let me finish my bird story.
Go ahead.
Shockingly.
Go ahead. Finish off your birder story.
So, we also saved a bunch of birds. There was one time where there was a bird in the middle of the road, and I saw him, and he wasn't doing so well. Like, I think he'd been hit by a car, and then he was startled, and he was just in the middle of the road. And we were on a walk, and my mom was like, hey, Jess, like, we do not have time for this. Like, don't fucking save this bird. And I was like, you bitch. And I was like...
You stupid bitch.
Yeah, I was like, we're getting the car, and I'm going to wait here, and you're getting the car, and you're swinging back around, and we're going to take this fucking bird. And we basically were, like, on our way to bring it to, like, a animal sanctuary, whatever the fuck. And then, like, halfway through the car ride, the bird started to, like, wake up, and it started to fly around the car. So my mom was like, we're letting him go. And it was fine. It flew away. It was all good. But... And then also we found birds, like, there were a bunch of birds' nests, and a couple of the baby birds fell out of their nest, and we had to, like, put on little gloves and put them in a milk carton, an empty milk carton, and, like, put them back in their nest so that, they'd live. But I got, their disgusting little bony bodies just were, They have these, like, things that are, like, going to eventually be their feathers, but before they're their feathers, they just look like these, tubes attached to the bird, and it's fucking disgusting. Ugh. It, like...
Like, what's his name? Not Eraserhead. Leatherface?
Hellface?
Hellraiser is the movie, but
yes.
I think his name is Eraserhead.
Oh.
That can't be right.
I don't know. I've never seen that one, actually. But yeah, it, like, you know, it's like the fear of small holes. It's the same thing with me. Like, I have the fear of, like, these fucking tubes all next to it. Just, like, look up a fucking bird chick and it's just... Ugh. I guess a chick is only a chicken baby, right? No. All bird babies are chicks.
All bird babies are chicks. Yeah, that's correct.
Look up any chick before its feathers have grown in, and they're just these tubular little disgustings.
Doug Bradley is Pinhead.
Pinhead. Okay. Who is he?
Thank you. He's the guy in the Hellraiser movies.
Okay, so it's the guy with all those
Needles
metal things. Okay.
Yeah, the acupuncturist.
Are you joking? I've never seen the movie. Okay. He could be. I don't fucking know. But anyway, so you were researching what? Space?
Right, I was reading about the atmosphere, and it said the introductory abstract, I suppose, of the Wikipedia page for the atmosphere of Earth. The last sentence is: the study of Earth's atmosphere and its processes is called atmospheric science. Early pioneers in the field include Leon Tesserent de Boer and Richard Assmann. His name is Dick Assmann. So.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's his own Wikipedia page.
Why would they do that?
I don't know, it's his name, man.
No, why would his parents do that?
He was born in Germany in 1845, so I think they had bigger fish to...
Born what year, sorry?
1845. He had bigger fish to fry.
Like what?
Or different... I don't know, man. Learn about the atmosphere. Worrying about...
I thought you meant 1945. I was like, that is understandable, but 1845, not so much.
No. I read about him, and his life was quite boring, and his Wikipedia page is rather short. But his name, it was Dick Assmann, so that's all I need to know about him. So,
Snarf.
Yeah, so that's that. I was also reading, as I think I told you, I was reading about the women of the KKK.
You did not tell me this.
Oh, I definitely told you this.
No.
Also known as Women's Ku Klux Klan and Ladies of the Invisible Empire.
Oh, God.
It's just so goddamn stupid. There were some of them at first... So this, I think I told you this, that one of the stated purposes of the Klan in the first wave was that females, friends, widows, and their households shall ever be special objects of our regard and protection, which only referred to white women. Black and low-class women,
well, obviously,
and white women judged as promiscuous were often the victims of rape and assault because Klansmen deemed them to be lacking in virtue. Now, I don't know a lot. I don't know a lot about the study of ethics, but I'm pretty sure you can't rape virtue into a person.
I mean, I love those posts that are just like, if you think that I'm dirty for being touched by men, maybe you should look at your own hands. You know, it's like, yeah.
That's a genre of post?
Yeah. Well, I've seen that quote in a lot of posts. I follow a lot of feminist stuff, so I see that a lot. And, yeah.
I'm sticking to the couch.
What? Oh.
I'm sticking to the couch. I'm listening.
We don't have any air conditioning, so it's hot as fuck in here, and we have leather couches, and it's just a mess. Yeah.
I'm basically also made of putty. I'm Gumby.
You also live on this couch, so you basically are adhered to it. Not this one.
And the one I'm sticking to, I barely sit on at all. So...
It has to get acclimated to you.
Maybe go fuck yourself.
You ripped a hole in the seat of the couch.
I didn't rip a hole.
You sit in it.
I didn't. It's just an old couch. Okay. I think there's leather on the underside of it. I just need a sewing kit to sew it back on.
Okay.
But I don't have a sewing kit. You know, Jessica.
So buy one.
Yeah, I guess I will. Once this quarantine stuff kind of dies down a little bit.
Why?
I don't know. Just this virus and, you know, the sick people make me nervous. I talked to a man today. He was selling mangoes on a stick in a park. No, I talked to a man who was an ER doctor. None of that is true. Who was an ER doctor, and he said the incidence rate is going way, 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 way down.
Ooh.
And, almost no one. They were testing pretty much everyone because they didn't know who would have it and who didn't. And now they're testing everyone, and almost no one has it, which is great. And he's not so worried because very few people what he's finding is very few people actually cough. So the
Good.
process by which the virus would become aerosolized is actually quite low incidence. It's just more about, putting stuff near and into your mouth.
Yep.
So, but people know that now. I mean, everyone's wearing a mask and etc. So that's good news.
Yeah.
Good news bears.
I mean, again, it's like it's a weird kind of like mourning that I'm doing where like this time period in my life, like now there's going to be another, like change is hard, which is why changing into quarantine was hard, but changing out of quarantine is also now going to be hard for me. So it's kind of like I'm mourning this new phase that, will disappear. Obviously, like, I hate not going to restaurants, and I hate most of what's happening, but it has been nice to get a break from work, and it has been nice to get a break from, like, the demands of productivity and stuff, so.
The jaws of capitalism gnashing at my heels.
Well, even, like, what you were saying, where I need to, like, get my career in action, and I, should finish all of my art projects and all this bullshit, because we now have all this time, and we should make the most of it, like, that bullshit.
Yeah.
So, I mean, which is pressure on itself, but it still felt like my day was mine to do
in and of itself, not on itself. You left out 4 or 5 words.
I don't like in and of itself. It's kind of an obnoxious phrase.
Well, that's fine, but then you have to find some
I
other.
Can't use it.
You can't just freelance whatever words you want.
Well,
you can't just hijack.
Fine, I'll just say itself.
Extant expressions and.
It's
fine. There's pressure itself. That makes sense.
There's its own pressure
itself.
That,
is itself.
Whatever. I need a break from my life. Is what I'm trying to say.
You need a break from the English language. And I think it needs a break from you, frankly.
Sure. I know, I talk a lot. All I do is just speak.
Well, then do that. We're on a radio show.
Yeah. I'll take a break from talking. You're right.
No. Don't take a break. I'm saying now is the time to be talking.
Sure, but, I think I overpower you sometimes.
How far south have you been in the United States? South Carolina?
Florida. Marsha. Not even South Carolina. Isn't Arizona farther south than South Carolina? For sure.
I suppose so. I mean, I think they're close to level with each other.
I would disagree. Oh, maybe. I don't think so, though. I think, regardless of whether or not they're close, I'm pretty sure Arizona is more south than...
Alabama, Arkansas, you are a dumb, stupid whore.
Hey.
Boom.
Okay, they look pretty level to me.
Yep. Let's take a random city in South Carolina. Let's say Charleston.
Mm-hmm.
And let's take a random city in Arizona. Let's say...
Why wouldn't we take the southernmost of each? But whatever.
Well, because I don't know which one's southernmost. Let's say Flagstaff, Arizona, because it looks to be right in the middll.
Okay.
So, Flagstaff,
I don't understand
Arizona.
Why we're not taking the southernmost point of each state.
Jessica, just shut the fuck up. Latitude and longitude.
You need to stop saying that to me.
35.2 degrees north. You gonna remember that in 10
No.
seconds? Charleston.
35.2.
There you go. Carolina. Coordinates. 32.8 degrees north. So about 2.5 degrees further south. Thus, I would say no. You definitively cannot say Arizona is further south than South Carolina. Well, you picked
southern Arizona, or you picked a middle Arizona.
It's irrelevant. Charleston, a degree is, 70 miles?
I don't know.
So Charleston's what, 190 miles, 230 miles, somewhere in that neighborhood, south of Flagstaff, Arizona, which is the middle of the state. I'm not saying the southernmost.
Arizona's way bigger than South Carolina.
Oh my God.
Whatever.
I'm not doing this.
Okay.
This is crazy. And also, in addition to being crazy, this is the worst radio I think we've ever done.
Sure.
So why don't we talk about either the women of the KKK, which seems preposterous to me. They do a lot of suffragette, or they used to do a lot of suffragette activities, which just is a little mind-boggling.
Why?
Because they're protesting for the right to vote and the right to, have equal. They're members of the KKK protesting.
Well, they're not men versus women, right? Like the KKK
No, but how
is
do
just
you
race.
how are you so myopic
Yeah, they're fucking
that
idiots. Well, because racists. Again, like, I mean, I don't understand racism, but I also don't understand sexism, so I don't know. Like what you're saying that they're separate, but apparently, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, like. I don't know. You're right. They do go hand in hand a lot, and I feel like if you don't want rights for some people, you probably also wouldn't want rights
More like
for other people. But
dick in hand. Guys,
it was too late.
Anybody? No, it wasn't too late. I was waiting for you to stop talking.
Oh.
You can't talk over each other when we're doing a radio show, and we only have one microphone.
Yeah.
Hey.
I don't have a problem with us talking over each other.
I know it's irrelevant whether you have a problem with it. Nobody can understand anything.
No, I'm saying I listened to the podcast back, and I can fully understand both of us, so I think it's just a you thing, but I'll respect it.
You can understand because you know what we're saying, and you can recognize it.
No,
oh my God,
because I'm not deaf.
Okay. I'm gonna let you carry the conversation.
I was trying to talk about your suffragettes.
Go ahead.
And
go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised. Like, I feel like the white dudes would probably just put them up to it too, by being like, we want more votes against black people, so women go try to get a vote so that you can vote on our side. Because it seems.
Yeah, no, I understand why the men would want that. But
yeah.
Well, first of all, they didn't. They most certainly didn't. But second of all, men did not want women to. It doesn't matter if.
Oh.
But it's because if women can vote, then black women can also vote. So, but the point is
no, because at that point, black people couldn't vote, right?
Jessica, come on.
What?
Yes, they could.
Okay.
So, goddamn. Where was it? Oh, yeah. So I'm saying the women in the women's KKK, how they could understand and identify the indignity and the injustice of not being allowed to vote as women, but couldn't similarly piece together the fact that they were marching for people to not have the right to vote or have the right to. It's just almost impressively stupid. But so I was thinking how in the Song of the South and Dumbo and all those, or the crows from Dumbo. No, don't never seen an elephant fly.
Sure.
Those super racist caricatures, those Jim Crows, I think is why they were meant to be crows.
That's cute.
Hey there, boy, where don't you going? It's not cute. It's not cute.
No,
it's
but
not cute.
It's clever in a
You gotta hand it to him.
No, I mean it is, but
no one can match him for turn of phrase. Listen,
it's
I'm not coming down on either side of that whole race issue, but you can't deny that they're pretty quick on their feet.
I'll come down on a side on that race issue, but
well,
also...
no, I'm not asking you to do that. You just want to defend the intellectual integrity of those jokes.
I like what they did with it, but obviously they should not have done it. Obviously. But if they are going to be racists...
At least make me laugh.
Yeah, at least it was clever.
Let's at least be able to laugh at the black people. I mean, come on. Or else why are we doing all this? Just to have separate school systems? That doesn't make any sense. Make it funny. Make them dance.
What?
Soft shoe for us.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Why did white people decide that they were better than black people? Like, what? Was it just because the black people weren't educated because we refused to let them get educated? Like, was it that we were like, we're better than you because we have formal schooling?
Boy, oh boy. So you basically just asked me to deconstruct racism.
Yeah, like, can you please explain to me what made white people think they were better than everybody else?
Good Lord. No. So I was thinking how it would be funny since, if we're going to be racist, might as well be funny about it.
Yeah.
How it would be funny if those super racist Disney movies, if all Disney or animated kids movies were made in the 40s.
Oh, God.
With similar, and obviously the obvious choice is Kung Fu Panda.
Oh,
because
no.
obviously, there would just be one gigantic Asian stereotype, which you might be able to argue the movie kind of already is. But
Sure.
But I mean, good Lord,
Actually, another movie that was actually made around that time that was super racist that I think they deleted the scene, but they had a
The
really...
Aristocats?
What? No, Fantasia.
Fantasia, okay.
Did I not say that already?
No, you just said another movie.
Oh, Fantasia.
Unless I zoned out, which is very possible.
Maybe, I don't know. We both don't know what's going on, but that's okay. Thanks for zoning out during my words.
What?
Yep. Fantasia had a scene with a bunch of centaurs and mermaids and stuff, and basically like I think like the Cupid babies ended up like they helped the centaur women get ready for their dates with the centaur men who are coming. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, but they actually have a really plain looking centaur that like has they purposely made it like a donkey instead of a horse, and they made it like an ugly sort of like slave figure.
Yeah, they made it look like a mammy. They gave it big lips and
I don't know what a mammy is.
They gave it big lips and
whatever. They made it look
nappy hair.
Yeah, and like I think they gave it like pigtails or something. Like she wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was super not cool. But by the time I was a kid and I watched that movie, I think I already.
By the time you were a kid.
By the time
you got around to being a kid.
Well, yeah. By the time I came around and was a child, that scene was already deleted. So I never saw it. But
I've seen it, and I've seen it, and I've only seen Fantasia when I watched it with you.
Oh, it's not a donkey. That's a different character. Well, no, I think she still is a donkey because she's smaller.
I mean, it's a little. I don't know what she polishes their shoes or whatever.
Oh my god, it's so fucking ridiculous.
Her name is Sunflower. This thing says.
Okay, and again, like they didn't give her any. Like she's not wearing any. All of the other centaurs have flowers on them, and that's the whole point. So like that would make sense that she's named after a flower, but you know she didn't get any accessories.
Censored from film prints since 1969. Yeah, it's on her head.
Okay.
Personality: loyal, faithful, hardworking, sweet, kind, and cheerful.
Okay.
Small and slender centaurette with apparently a donkey's body instead of a horse's.
See, they fucking like why?
Well,
I mean, I know why, but why?
Because it's funny, as you keep saying.
It's not funny. They just made her look less.
Well, then I don't understand what angle you're coming at this from. Then
I'm just upset. It's a rhetorical why. I'm not actually asking you why.
Yeah.
I'm just upset that they would do that. Obviously.
Well. Yeah. So anyway, Kung Fu Panda is an obvious one. Do you want to do another one?
This is too racist for me to go down this path.
What? Jessica, come on. All right. Cross it off the list of more notes, bits you don't want to do.
I literally told you before we started this podcast, I want nothing racist. And
what you want is largely irrelevant because I'm the executive producer of the show. It's my show. You're the guest host. Let me see. Where was it? Boy. Here we go. Check mark. Do you have a favorite infomercial?
No.
Ugh. God
I don't
damn,
really
live a life.
We live in the Netflix age. Like we don't do infomercials.
Okay, you're older than I am. 49. And I have a favorite I have many favorite infomercials. I have probably Slap Chop. You're slapping your troubles away.
Oh wait.
In large part, yeah. Go ahead.
The shake weight.
Okay, Jessica just likes the jerk motion.
I mean, it just as a product, it's just like, what are you fucking doing? But
come on, what do you think you're doing? So I like the Slap Chop in large part because Vince from ShamWow fame, who then went on to do the Slap Chop, shortly after that was arrested for biting a prostitute on the lip.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait, like the face lip?
Oy, Jessica, come on.
Why would he be arrested for biting a prostitute on a lip?
You can't just bite people. It's assault.
Oh, like bite, not like sexy bites.
Yes.
Like, okay.
I mean, that's what the
Okay, I was like, biting can be kind of hot. What's the issue here? Okay.
Seem to intimate. Yeah, you're not going to be... I don't know what actually went down. I wasn't there. And as I always say, believe all men. # believe all men. So if he says that he didn't do it, then, he didn't do it. That's all I need to hear. But seems kind of stupid when you flip it on its head like that, doesn't it? So,
no, I would tend to believe the accuser no matter what gender they are, but whatever.
He was not the accuser. Was he? What
I
happened?
doubt.
Okay. Let's take a step back here. I'm also a big fan of the Big City Slider Station, just because Gregory, my brother, Greg Corner here, dear reader, he saw it, and basically what it is it's a weird, almost a 4-leaf clover shaped frying pan, and it's kind of small, and it has five little holes in it that are slider sized for slider hamburgers. And the idea is that you put 5 little beef patties, you shape the beef patties, and you drop them into these little hockey puck shaped discs, you might call them, disc shaped holes, and then you put them on heat on your stovetop, and then you have a cover for it, and you press the cover down onto it, and then I don't think you're supposed to flip them. I don't think you have to, because I think the idea is that the cover presses down on it so it's heated from both sides, because it's like one continuous piece of metal around the burgers. So we saw that on TV, and Gregory, I don't know, he must have been 13, 14. It's maybe a little older. Was very insistent that we get it. We got it, and it works, I guess, but we shortly realized that, you can just do this with a frying pan. You can just make burgers on your stovetop. You don't need a specific, slider-specific frying pan.
Sure.
But it did what it advertised it would do, which is cook 5 sliders at once if you put it on an open flame. So Vince from Sham. Wow, Vince Offer, thank you. Wait, yes, isn't it, wait, what? This is the guy. Israeli-American infomercial pitchman, director, writer, and comedian.
Okay.
His first major work was the 1999 comedy film, The Underground Comedy Movie. What? He owns, produces, and appears in... What do you mean you own?
It's so sad.
Television commercials for his products. ShamWow, good for him. I thought he was just the spokesperson. An absorbent towel, the Slap Chop, a kitchen utensil, a lint roller called the Sticky, a liquid cleaner called Invincible, and another kitchen utensil called Crank Chop. He has also officially advertised other products that he does not own, such as Quickie Grass. Okay, so he owns these products. That's dope. This dude must be close to being a billionaire. I mean, good lord. He invented the ShamWow, which really,
Did a lot of people buy
guys,
ShamWow?
is just a cloth. Gregory did.
Oh my god.
He bought 4 of them.
Oh my god.
Gregory is very easily influenced by infomercials. Legal issues. Here we go. Okay, this is about the Underground Comedy Movie. It was the subject of a lawsuit. I don't give a shit about that. Offer claimed that 14 scenes in Something About Mary were lifted from his film. Okay, interesting.
Oh my god.
On February 7th, 2009, Offer and a 26-year-old escort he was dating were arrested in Miami Beach, Florida after a physical altercation. Prosecutors later declined to file former charges against either person. Come on, that's not enough detail.
Okay,
Vince
so it was
Offer.
it was just like a relationship thing.
I mean, no. You say when the police come, you say it's your girlfriend, but come on, you're not dating a prostitute.
Why not?
Because I mean, I guess
a lot
could,
of people date escorts. Why not?
I mean, I don't know. It doesn't seem.
I mean, if you're coming clean to the police about committing a crime, I feel like why lie about that? Like, just you're already.
Let's see. Was arrested, or maybe she bit his lip. No, beating a prostitute who tried to bite out his tongue.
Ooh.
Wow.
Okay. So, why?
Yep. According to okay, so take this with a grain of salt, but according to a report on thesmokinggun.com, Shlomi invited Harris, which I think is his real name, Vince Offer.
His name is Shlomi?
Yeah.
Oh no.
I think Offer is just his
because Israeli
stage persona. His nom de whatever it's called, not nom de terre. What's it called? Whatever. Invited Harris, the sex worker, up for straight sex at the low introductory rate of $1,000.
So not his girlfriend. Yes, I would agree.
Correct.
To that now.
Correct. Yeah.
I've been swayed.
Nom de plume. Thank you.
Nom de tour.
So when Shlomi, 44, tried to tongue kiss Harris, she latched onto his tongue with her teeth.
What?
Not sure if that was part of the offer or one of those. Okay.
Part of the offer.
One of those throw-in deals for acting fast. Ugh, this schlock. This is garbage. What is this? NBC South Florida? Ugh, God, I mean, I guess you get what you pay for. Chewed on his tongue. He punched her until this says the hooker let go, according to the police report.
Jesus Christ.
Shlomi ran to the lobby of the hotel where security called police. When they arrived, they found Shlomi bleeding from the mouth. Authorities originally charged both combatants with aggravated battery, but prosecutors decided not to pursue the charges on either side.
Interesting.
So...
Why?
Yeah, I don't know. There's not much of a case there. I don't know.
So that's not...
So what?
Whatever. That's extraordinarily problematic, but whatever.
In what way?
Like, I don't know. If you commit something, like if you commit a crime, or like if you... That's like saying, like, if you beat me...
No, man, I'm saying they didn't have... Based on the actual details of the case that the prosecutor got, they clearly said, okay, this was not a crime. This was some sort of altercation that went slightly awry between an escort and a client.
I don't know. It seems fishy to me.
Well, I mean, you are as informed on the story as the prosecutor was.
An escort isn't gonna just, like, bite a dude until he bleeds and then not understand what's going on. Like, it's literally her profession. She's a professional at this. She's not, I don't think she would make a stupid decision like that.
You don't think that a sex worker could be capable of making a stupid decision?
I mean, obviously anyone is capable of making a stupid decision. I just, like, don't, like, again, she literally does this as her source of income. Like, she's not presumably the newbie at this, so it doesn't...
Maybe she was.
I mean, maybe.
Maybe she was high.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe she wanted more money from him because she knew that he was Vince Slapchop.
I guess, but that's not really the way to go about that, but whatever. Yeah, maybe she...
Grab the bull by the horns. Grab the Vince by the tongue.
Yeah.
That's what I've always said.
Crazy.
That's what my father always said.
That about him.
What? That he was bit by a
sex
worker? Or...
Yeah, that's just an interesting story. I haven't seen him in a while. I don't know what happened to him. It might have been...
I don't know. I think he probably basically just cashed out. He must have made tens of millions of dollars from those stupid ShamWow.
I do not know a single person that's ever bought one.
Jessica, they were humongous.
Were they really?
Ugh, let me look up the stats on ShamWows. ShamWowsia.
I just thought they were so stupid. I remember, like, they were really big on YouTube, though. Like, people would just make fun of them and stuff, and, like, they auto-tuned his voice.
Yeah, slapping your troubles away.
Yeah, so I remember that, but...
It has been selling steadily for the last 5 years, and this is from 2015, so this is years old.
Okay, I was gonna say, that's not a lot.
For the last 5 years, and works well according to reviews. With over 45 million units sold, the company is now worth over $450 million.
Shut the fuck up.
Suck my balls.
That's insane.
Yeah. So,
wow, okay.
What happened to the ShamWow guy? Did the Slapchop guy die? How do you wash a ShamWow? Yeah.
You don't.
How did the OxyClean man die? How did Billy Mays die?
Oh, sad.
Oh, he banged his head during an airplane landing. What?
And
What?
died from it?
Jeez Louise. All right, Billy Mays.
I didn't know you could do that.
I mean, yeah, you can die if you hit your head.
I know, but, like, I've never been on a plane.
This says aeroplane, not airplane, so it makes me think it was probably a small plane.
Like a private jet or something. Or
maybe not even
private...
a jet, maybe a biplane or something. Yeah. Very small.
That makes more sense.
He was found unresponsive by his wife in his... Wait, what? He was found unresponsive by his wife in his Tampa, Florida home.
Maybe he hit his head and then went to bed.
He was pronounced
concussed.
dead, at 7:45, appearing to have died sometime overnight. The Associated Press reported there were no indications that the house had been broken into, and the police did not suspect foul play. Initially, there was incorrect speculation. Damn it.
Okay, good.
That he had died of a head injury after he was struck on the head by luggage. Oh, give me a break.
Oh, by luggage.
After an airline landing mishap where tires blew out. Initial autopsy on his body stated that Mays suffered from hypertensive heart disease. Yeah, that's what I remember, a heart attack or something.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think it was something very normal.
Heart disease was the primary cause of his death, and a contributory cause of death was listed as cocaine. So he was a man in his, I don't know, early 50s with a heart disease who took cocaine.
Good. Very smart.
A second medical examination commissioned by the Mays family concluded that cocaine was not a significant contributing factor. Yeah, okay. Right.
But it was involved.
Yeah, he died. I seem to remember him dying a few days after, or maybe, I don't know, a few weeks after Michael Jackson. Because I remember the thing.
That's a bummer.
I remember everyone said Michael Jackson died. I don't remember the order of it, but
Yeah.
Michael Jackson, Farrah Fawcett, and
Yep.
Billy Mays all died within
I thought there was another one.
a couple weeks of each other. And people said, "Oh, celebrity deaths always come in threes." Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. You're putting
No, there was another one.
there.
That
no,
wasn't
there
him.
weren't. That was him.
No.
Yes. What wasn't him? What are you talking about?
Like, the third celebrity
no, it was Billy
not.
Mays.
No,
it was Billy Mays. Yes, it 100% was. Because I remember seeing all those news stories that said there's the rule of threes with celebrity deaths, and they listed
I know, but
Farrah Fawcett, who's barely a celebrity, and Billy Mays, who is most definitively not a celebrity.
Farrah Fawcett was a celebrity. What do you mean?
I mean, she was a celebrity in 1971.
Oh.
She wasn't still. You can't say, "Oh, Michael Jackson and Farrah Fawcett died." Ooh, it's no man.
Yeah, sure.
Come on,
but...
what was she in Charlie's Angels in the early 70s, and then nothing.
Oh.
Farrah Fawcett hadn't been famous for 30 years.
Which is funny because my parents, were making a big deal about it.
Yeah, I mean it's.
I mean, I think it's like anything, like the fact, like old people, they're gonna remember it. Like I don't care as much if like.
Be like if Olivia Newton-John died right now. It's okay.
I mean, we don't care, but again, like there's a whole generation. There are multiple generations before us that will really care.
Maybe, but even
because
maybe.
like they're coming of age.
Okay, fine, but Billy Mays is certainly not.
No, he doesn't.
No, but no, I'm gonna definitively say that Farrah Fawcett is not on the same level as Michael Jackson.
No, I'd agree with that.
So then, yeah, saying comes in threes.
I'm just saying she was a big deal. Like Patrick Swayze, I didn't care about at all, but like
Patrick Swayze was infinitely more famous than Farrah Fawcett.
I know, but I'm saying I did not care. So I'm saying I don't know what I'm fucking saying, but
let's see.
I'm saying the olds cared about Farrah Fawcett.
The olds.
Yeah.
Ed McMahon. He was more famous. Well, I mean, I don't know, was he? None of these people are really. Carl Malden. What? Wasn't he a newsman? I don't know. So yeah, that's all I have to say about Billy Mays. Favorite infomercial? Did you say you didn't have one?
I said the.
You said yeah.
Shake Weight.
Shake Weight was your favorite. All right, that's fine.
I remember them when I was a kid, but I haven't thought about them in like a decade. So.
Yeah, well, they come in threes.
Infomercials?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm just kind of riffing.
All right.
That seems as good a place to stop as any.
What are we at? Because I have a question that we can probably go through in like less than a minute.
Bring it.
Why the fuck are fireworks so expensive?
Gunpowder's expensive, I guess.
Okay, because I was looking into it, but bullets aren't that expensive.
Bullets are tiny. And bullets aren't cheap.
Because I saw like someone was saying that like a fireworks show is like so much money.
$1,500 or something.
Yeah, like they can be like
but that's
22,000.
Oh, that's more than I would guess.
Like
But
I think the big productions of like fireworks, like the 4th of July.
Yeah.
Over the
Yeah,
Boston, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, but those are hundreds of fireworks.
I know,
Hundreds
but it's
of very
still
large fireworks.
I still like it's bonkers to me that they're so expensive.
Bonkers.
Yeah. I don't know, like how expensive is it to like a sparkler is like $1 for a whole pack.
Yeah, but those are just those don't have any gunpowder.
I mean, I bought fireworks and they're not super 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 cheap. They're definitely not like they're definitely affordable.
I think a lot of that also might be insurance and
maybe
stuff like that.
It just is. I don't know. I was very intrigued and I was like, why?
Our downstairs neighbors are having their doorbell ring. Not ours. It's our downstairs neighbors.
Oh yeah, our doorbell is horrifying. Like it's not like ding dong. It's like yeah, but in a very aggressive way, and it's horrifying. Every single time it goes off, I freak the fuck out. Anyway, yeah, I was just thinking about the fireworks. But...
Okay, well, I don't know.
Okay,
we'll do some research and get back to you.
All right.
See you later, pod racers.
Bye.